Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming back, and as always, thank you for the support. So I did say that this time I was going to be coming back with the Crafting with Hunkydory magazine. You do get the beautiful stencil with the stars and the sort of planet design, and then you get this beautiful kit which is all astrology based. Okay, so we're going to be having a little play with this. The great thing about these toppers, let me just show you, is they're not huge. So if you wanted to make smaller cards, you definitely could. But because there's just so many toppers on each page, I'm going to be jumping from page to page with the cards that I'm going to be making today. Okay, so I'm going to start by bringing in, as always, a piece of 6x12 cardstock. And if I grab my scoreboard, and I'm going to score at 1.5, I'm going to score at 6, and I am going to score at 4.5. So 1.5, 4.5 and 6. So I'm going to be making like a bow front card today, because I think that's going to show off these toppers really well. Turn that round the other way, just because the card's a little whiter on this side. Just get that burnish down. Yeah, just going to burnish in those creases. So this type of card, when it's on a mantelpiece, it goes like so. You put a stopper this side, a bit like you would do with an easel card, but then you've got this little focal panel here for your topper to go on. Okay, so let's bring in the little Hunkydory trimmer, still using that at the moment. And I'm going to start out, so it is gold foiling, so I'm going to be using some of these 6x6 Miri Mats again. So I'm going to need 2 of those. So I haven't printed out the inserts yet, so that will have to be put in at a later date. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut this down to 2 notches under the 6, because we know that's the height of it. And then I want 2 pieces, so this is 6. So if I go to 4.5, let me do it the right way, so I need to go that way. So I'm going 4.5 plus 2 notches, because I want a piece that's 1.5 minus 2 notches. So because I've got this smaller trimmer, I'm having to do it the reverse way round. If you haven't got this trimmer, if you've got the other one, if your blades are still great and mine aren't at the moment, then just go 1.5 minus 2 notches. Okay. So this next piece is going to be, so I need another piece that's 1.5 minus 2 notches. So if I go to 5.5, so just to make it an even amount, and then if I go to, so this is 4.5, sorry. Yeah, 4.5. So if I go to 3 plus 2 notches, that again should be the same width as that one. And it is, and that's going to be the 1.5 minus 2 notches. Sorry, I know this is really confusing. Basically, these 2 pieces are 1.5 by 6. So I'm just taking 2 notches, or 2 sort of marks on the trimmer there, just to make a mat for it. So this piece in the middle should be 3 inches by 6. So I'm just going to take 2 notches off that 3, and we've already taken the 2 notches off the 6, so that should fit nicely onto there. And then what I am going to do, I'm not going to decorate the whole of this back because I still want to put an insert in there. So I'm just going to do this piece that's going to be, I think I'm going to go about 2 inches, I think. Let's have a look, let's measure this. No, I'm going to go 1 inch. So if I take that, again, just take an inch off there, and then 2 notches of that 6. Okay, and then I can pop that there so that we can add that in, probably maybe use it on the next card, we will see. Okay, so the topper I thought I would use would be Aries, because that's my star sign. My birthday is at the end of March, and I thought I would come in with this piece here. So I am going to start by taking that to 2 notches under the 6. Okay, and then this piece here, actually I'm going to bring in the other trimmer and pray it cuts nicely. So 1.5 minus 4 notches is there, but that's going to cut through that design. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that. So you might as well line this up because I want the 2 pieces the same. So I just want a little bit of the black on one side, because I'm going to use this piece on my stopper. So I'm going to cut that all along for another time, and then we want this to be the 1.5 minus 4 notches. So if I grab a piece of tape just to make sure that stays nice and still for me, so 1.5 minus 4 notches is there. I'm just making sure it's straight along that line there as well, and then I can come in and cut that down. And then, although I've still got to cut this to the right length, I can go ahead, just pop that on there. Let's turn it round so I don't cut off my design. Really, just shows you've got to pay attention all the time. And that goes across there. So those should be the same shape. There's one longer than the other. Actually, they've worked out the same. I might have to cut a little bit off. Yeah, we will. So I can go back to the other trimmer for this bit. So let's see. If I go to 1, 2, 3, 4 notches under the 6 there, just cut that odd bit off. And for this one, I'm gonna a little bit there because it's just a tiny teeny bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've still got a tiny bit there, but that should be fine for here. And they fit on there quite nicely. Okay, and then I'm going to take this, and I'm just by eye, I'm just going to even it up. And I'm probably going to put some paper behind that anyway, so that's not a problem. But that's going to go towards our stopper. That's going on there. And then this piece we need to be, want it to be the right way up, so let's take a piece off there, so 4 notches under the 6, and then 4 notches under the 3. So I want this bit with the writing on, although there is some coming on that side as well, and that should go onto there quite nicely, and it does. Okay. So I'm just going to bring in, there are some papers in this kit, or I could use a bit of that up just to use it up. I think I might use that up. just so that we let's cut that to size. So that should be 1, 2, 3, 4 notches under the 6. And let's see how big this is. So if I cut it, and then I can cut it down to 4 notches under the 2. Just make sure it's nice and straight. And then we want 4 notches into the 6. Oh no, it shouldn't be under the 2 because it's only... Oh, have I done that? I have done that wrong, apologies. So this should be 4 notches under an inch. So let's go back to the other trimmer. This is why you need lots of trimmers, guys. Although to be fair, this one does a lot for me. This one does work very hard when I've got the blades for it. I have ordered some tonic blades, and I'm hoping they will be here shortly. So let's see, so we've got 1 inch there, we've got 2 notches, 2 more notches, just line that up. And that piece should go onto there quite nicely, and it does, and then that piece should go on there and we can raise that up. We've just got that little bit of background on there. Okay, so I'm going to recap the sizes because I feel like I've been very confusing and all over the place. Okay, so I've got a 6x6 card. I've scored at 1.5 and 4.5 on the front of it. To make the mats, I've gone 1.5 minus 2 notches and 6 minus 2 notches, and then for this next layer I've gone another 2 notches, so it's 4 notches under the 1.5 and 4 notches under the 6, which would usually work out of 5 3/4. And it's the same on this piece here on the front, so we've got 2 pieces of those. Then this piece here is 3x6, so again I've gone 2 notches under the 6, 2 notches under the 3, and then again 4 notches under the 6, 4 notches under the 3. This piece I've gone 1 inch wide, so I'm just going to be putting this on the end. I'm not decorating on the inside. This is going to be our stopper. I just cut this little bit off because it's a bit of patterned and I thought it would look nice as a border. There are borders in the kit if you don't want to do that. And then this piece here I've done 4 notches under an inch and 4 notches under 6. Okay, and there's quite a wide border on this for some reason, so I suspect, no, I am right. Is this more than an inch? Nope. Not quite sure why, but that's quite a wide border. Maybe it's just slightly off, but that's fine. We can work with that. Okay, so let me just get rid of those because what will happen is it will get stuck to my desk and muck everything up. So now we can come to assembling. So I'm going to be using my all-purpose glue, which I've decanted into this small thin bottle that I got from AliExpress. It's got a lovely fine nozzle. And then I am going to be using my tacky glue, which is this one, and that's decanted into this bottle here. Okay, so let me just pop those back out of the way. Okay, so let's start assembling. So I'm going to be using, let's do the front first of all. So I'm going to be using the all-purpose glue over the centre parts, and then take that pin out. Just some tacky glue in the corners. So I love both of these glues. I do use both of them a lot. The all-purpose glue is perfect for porous to porous. It doesn't like shiny finishes like this, so this is why I just pop it in the middle with a little tacky glue on the corners, because I don't like to see the corners coming up. Most times they won't, but it just saves me being annoyed at a later date. Okay, so we're just going to pop that to there. And what I would say is it's worth just giving it a really good press down and smooth, even though it moves it a bit and you have to pop it back. It just makes sure the glue is in the right place and making contact. So exactly the same again, going along. And I know there's quite a few people that said they have got their magazine, so hopefully you'll be crafting along with me. And I'm going to put the because we've got the sort of wider part of the black here, I'm going to put the stars. Let's see, so when it stands up, which bit are you going to see more? Yeah, so I'm going to put the black more towards the middle because of the angle. When it is up and standing on a mantelpiece or whatever, you just get to see more of that lovely detail. And these are obviously the phases of the moon. So I can't help but think of the old McVitie's Jaffa Cake advert. Full moon, total eclipse. And she shoves a whole biscuit in her mouth, which is the only way to eat a Jaffa Cake biscuit, if you ask me. Okay, so again, same thing. The nice thing and the scary thing for me about this kit is there doesn't seem to be, like with most kits, there's usually a set piece that's the backing, a set piece that's the you know, there's a foiled sheet that matches. With this one there isn't a specific one that matches, so you can pick your own, which always puts me in a quandary because there's too many choices for my tiny brain. Okay, so we're going to pop this on down, and then I want a some foam strips. So I'm going to use this Hunkydory one. It's probably about a 2mm, I would have thought. So not too high, but high enough to give us that lift, and for my card to tuck under. I'm going to put a little bit of tacky glue on. Hopefully that will give me a little bit of floaty time. So let's see. So it's going to go this way on my card. The writing I've got says in the sun, so you can't really read the writing. But I'm going to put it this way up so that it's facing away. And then we're just going to pop it in the middle of there. And then that is going to go onto here as our stopper. Could have gone a bit wider with that other piece, but that's fine. So I'm just checking where I want that to be, and I can just put it as if I would on the edge there. So that is absolutely wonderful. Okay. So, and obviously I'll cut an insert to, it's going to be just under 5 inches by 6 to go in the middle of there. So once I've printed those out, that's going to go in there. Right, let me pop that out of the way for a second. Let's find our topper. So there's two sort of toppers. There's the actual, where's my Aries one? Here's the beautiful ram. The artwork is stunning on this. I really, really like it. It's quite funky. So you've got your sort of Aries there. So if you didn't want to do this as, you know, let's say for example you've got someone who loves goats or rams, as this is, you could just use a sort of just for you, maybe cover that up so that it's, you know, I mean nobody would know about the V or the stars anyway. And then on the other side I've got 2 of these. I don't know if I'm supposed to have 2. I suspect I'm only supposed to have 1, but in my kit I've got 2, and this gives us a bit of information about the Aries sign, which says they are passionate, honest and motivated. They are known for their courage and for being natural born leaders. I am a typical Aries in that I hardly ever finish anything I start. Can be motivated sometimes, not always. Okay, so I'm thinking maybe I can either have that on there, or I can save it and put it on the insert, but I actually quite like that on there, and then we can raise that above and it looks like it's kind of on a pedestal. So let's do that on a 1mm foam pad. So I did, when I was sorting, you know, I said I was going to be sorting, I did find all of my loose pads. So hopefully it's going to make it a little bit easier for me. And I did get, these are those chunky, and I think these are supposed to be 4mm. Let's get my ruler out. So which means I've probably been giving you the wrong sizes, and these are 5mm the whole time, because that looks like a house brick to me. But we'll use those as well, so that means we've used 3 different sizes today, so that's good. Okay, so let's come with these 1mm. So just to pop this on that front piece, that's going to be fine. Oops. A little bit of tacky glue, just as always. And what I'm going to do is just pop that in sort of fairly equidistant at the bottom. As good as I can get. And then for this one, we're going to put these house bricks on. Look at them, massive. They are awesome. And I think what I'm going to do, rather than put them on the back of my piece, let's bring in this little piece there, so I know I haven't got to put anything above there. Just going to put some on here. Look at that hugeness. Look. Massive. They are awesome. I only got 3 sheets of these. It was only just to make up the order to £35 free shipping, to be honest with you. I thought, oh well, I'll try them, but these are the thickest pad that I have, so but they are, I was like, wow, look at them. Okay, so then I can squash that down flat so I can get it nice and even, and I want to be covering up this gold here so that it looks like it's sort of meant to go over the top of it. I'm not going to pop that like so. So then when that's up, that's how that is going to look. Let's move those out of the way. Now I kind of feel like I need to put some gems, but there isn't a lot of room to, but I think I might try and put some down here. I don't think I'm going to go with my favourite gold ones. I did think maybe the clear ones, to pick up on those lovely colours on the background. Where are they? Here they are. Haven't managed to sort out my gem jar, well, my gem drawer, but I have ordered some new storage to try and sort them out, all the loose ones and these ones as well. So I'm just going to go on here. I'm going to just put 3. I think probably the medium and the small is going to be the best to use. And I have got loads of these loose ones, but I'm trying to use up these ones on little pieces of got quite a few on these little pieces of acetate that have come from, I think this one has come from a Crafter's Companion subscription box. So but what happens is, because there's so many little packets in my drawer there, they kind of catch on each other, and then some fall on the floor, and then they get dusty, and you know, I'm trying not to waste them, so I'm trying to use them up first, and then I can use the loose ones. Okay, so that is card number 1 finished. Like I say, it will stand like so. It's going to have an insert in. Don't forget to put the insert in. That's a reminder to myself. And that's going to be our bow front first card. Okay, so I'm just going to get set up for card number 2. Okay, so for card number 2, again, I've got another piece of 6 by 12, but you can make this one out of an A4 piece of card by just cutting it to 6 by 8, and then you want a piece 2 inches as well. So I'm just going to cut this down to 8 inches, and then I'm going to cut this bit off 2 inches. That piece is going to go in my new pot for bits. That's one of the things I did manage to sort out. And I'm gonna, no, I think I'll cut the other piece on here. So I've got a piece of acetate as well. So I'm just going to cut this down to, I'm going to go 6 by 6. Actually, I'm just going to go just under 6 on one because it's got to go on the inside. So obviously those pieces we need to save. Let's put that to the side and let's bring in the old scoreboard. So I'm going to score this at 2 inches. Keep that burnished down, and what we'll do is we'll reassemble the card with our acetate on the front, so we're going to have that bit of gap. Now I have made cards a couple of times in the last couple of weeks where you may not need to put the acetate on. I just wanted to put the acetate on this time for a bit of a glossy look, you know, with the stars and everything. Okay, so let's see, do I want to assemble this now or do I want to wait until I've done my layers? No, let's do it now, and then we can hide everything behind our layers. So I am going to be using some red liner tape to secure this down. So I'm going to put my tape on my white pieces. So let's get those scissors, cut that off. And I just find that the red liner tape is the best thing for the acetate. It just sticks to it and you know it's stuck for good. And kind of put a bit near the top and the bottom. I try not to go too close to the edges in case that shows through with my my layers and things. Okay, so I'm going to pop that over and that over, and I'm just hoping that this is going to give me a little bit of time to get this on nice and straight without actually sticking down too much. You stay there. Yep, I can live with that. So I can go ahead and just whip that tape off. Okay, and then again I'm going to do the same thing on this one. Just pull those back a little bit. Just going to use my tweezers to sort of pop a crease in. And then if I pop that where we want it to go, so this needs to go on the matching the bottom edge of that card. No, that's gone off, so let's pop that back down. Let's stick that one down, it's going to be just as easy. And then that one under there. So now that's all going to be hidden behind us. As you can see, that is quite visible, that tape. So now we can start to make our layers. So obviously I want to be decorating the back, so I'm going to do a piece of 6 by 6, and then I'm going to do 2 pieces of 2 by 6, so the mats and layers to fit that. So I have got a piece of that there. Probably going to need another 2 of these, but let's see. So let's do the 6 by 6 first, and I'm just going to take 2 notches all the way around, and that should go quite nicely on our inside. And you can see how clean this all looks, so that's the way we're hoping to keep it. Doesn't always work out that way, but right, okay, so have I cut this down anyway? So that is just 6. So I'm going to go 2 notches under the 2 and 2 notches under the 6. That should fit. Let's turn it over so there's glare at the camera. Yeah, set a glare on. That's fine. And then we need to do the same again. So let's go to 2 notches under 2. Just so we can pull that straight. And 2 notches under 6, and that should fit onto top. Okay, so we didn't do that extra piece. So, and we've still got a piece left there. So that is good. We are cooking on gas. So the next, so before I decide, I don't think I've really picked out some papers on this one, but I am going to be doing Pisces because I am on the cusp of Pisces. Just says here, Pisces signs are wise and selfless. They are known for their friendliness and compassion and care they offer to others. That does sound a bit more me, to be honest. And the reason why I wanted to do the Pisces is because it's beautiful fish. Like my nephew loves his fish, so I know he's not a Pisces, but I would cover that up and I would send that to him quite happily if I didn't like it so much that I wanted to keep it myself. Okay, so I think, let's have a look. So we've got one with the purples in. So I quite like that one because we've got the purple in that top corner. Don't want to use that one yet. We could use that one because it's got the purple there. I might use that in the background. I think I'm going to use some of that. I think we're going to use that bit of card up. See, you have got these lovely papers here as well, and they are double-sided. So you've got your sort of galaxy, your sort of print there, which sort of the galaxy again, your star charts, and then on the other side you've got the other patterns there, which are beautiful. Okay, so let's do this one on the back. So hopefully we should be around about 4 notches under the 6, so we've got plenty there. And I'm going to keep that border at the top. You won't see it from the outside, but when they open the card they will. So that is going to be our inside. Come here. It should fit onto there quite nicely, and it does. I've still got a nice chunk of card there. And then this one, let's go to the other trimmer, I think. This needs to be 2 notches under 2, and no, 4 notches under 2. Pretty sure that is 2 notches under 2, yeah. So 4 notches under 2, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm doing it on this side, so this is the benefit of this type of trimmer. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Still got a huge amount of that left. And then just because we're on this one here, we need to be 4 notches under the 6. Check that fits on there quite nicely. and it does, and then again 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to keep those because they are, I could do them as a, if I got 2 more of those, I could do them as a sort of square pattern on a smaller card. Okay, so we're looking like we are ready to assemble, so let's go ahead and do that. So let's do the gold first. So just as usual, all-purpose glue, again a little bit of glue in those corners. Give that a good smush down and make sure that's nicely placed. And then this one, if you wanted to, you probably could put your insert in there. I mean, I don't know what they're like, I haven't looked at them to be honest. I did buy some insert paper with my last order, so I could print them out because I do forget to, and it's nice to be able to print out the inserts as well. So for these pieces, again, I'm going to use the super sticky. So again, just making sure I don't go too far to the end. Here in there. It's terrible, it's only on my desk, so I don't know where it gets hairs from. Dogs don't even come in this room anymore. And they're black as well. So, and I haven't got any black dogs. Okay, so I am going to put a little bit of tacky glue along. And then I am going to have to be careful to make sure I get that in the right place first time. It's a little bit off, but I can live with that. Need to refill that up. And then I can just go back to using my normal glues for this next piece. And then again on this side, no, I've got this one, let's use this one up. Again, use it right up to the last bit. I don't know if you're supposed to, but I do. So let's give that a little burnish down. I think for this one I might try doing that trick again. Let's see, because that's not far off, it's just a little higher on that side, just a tiny little bit, but I will see it. So if I line this up this side, there we go. I didn't put any tacky glue on that one, never mind. It will hold, that tape is super sticky. Again, can't see any of those workings, so that is perfect. And then just going to pop these in. I'm hoping there's not a directional way because I didn't check on the other, but I don't think there would be with it just being stars. I'm sure you can just pop that. Somebody who knows will go, that's not the way the sky is. But hey hey, this is how my sky looks on my card. Okay, so now we've got our Pisces, and we've also got our little piece here. So you've got a choice really. You can just pop that in the middle and then pop that behind. Kind of like it on the front, and then you can write, but I don't want to hide any of it. I might have to. I'm guessing this is the star sign for Pisces. I didn't know that. Now I am going to end up popping that behind, so I am going to keep that as it is. So we do need some foam pads again. Am I going to be able to get away with one of those? Yeah, if I put it just along the bottom there and the top, right along the top. So let's make sure we've got that the right way up. So I'm just going to pop that straight along there. I have to just take that little bit off. There we go. And then again there. I think that should be fine, so let's pop some glue along there. Just make sure we get that the right way up and across. And then if I just make sure definitely want it behind, so this one is going to go flat, so I think I'll just use some all-purpose glue. Now if you want to pop this on the front, you do it, you go for it. Okay, so now we need to think about some decoration. So I'm thinking maybe those little gold shiny gems might be rather nice to decorate some of these constellations. So I have got these uber tiny ones. And I've got a tray. So let's pop some of these out and then let's see what they would look like on the front. There we go. That's my little picky up tool. So if I just pop. So I haven't glued anything yet. Just want to see what they would look like. So at the moment just doing this one constellation, a little tiny one there, so maybe put that in there. No. And if there'd be smaller ones than that, let's see what those really tiny ones would look like. I suspect these might be better. These are these gold gems that I got from AliExpress. So some are bigger. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm not going to bore you by doing it on video. I'm just going to go, I'm not going to do all of the constellations. I'm just going to pick one or two out and put the stars in with these gems. Okay, so bear with me while I just do that. Okay, so I've just gone through and you can see it just picks up in the light. I've just put a few of those onto some of those constellations, but I still felt like it needed something, so I brought out these other larger pearl ones that I bought the other day. I just want some sort of a medium one, I think, just in each corner. So let's grab that one. That one, oh, that looks like it's part of that constellation. A little bit of glue, and then that one, and that one. And I've just thought about, I'm sure I did see some sentiments, and I haven't got any on there for these cards. Let's just think they might be on the, let's have a look. The future is bright, written in the stars, never stop looking up. we've got some on there. So we've got Just For You, which is on the Aries. What have we got on Pisces? Make a Wish. Shine Bright. I like Shine Bright because it goes with the background that I've used. So we'll go with that one. And then we need one for the Aries. Just For You. I think that is nice. I'm not sure where I'm going to put it. So let's bring some foam pads in. Just going to go about the same height on this one. Oh, lost my pearl already. We're done with that. Let's find another one. That's a bit big. That one is about the right size. I think that's just because I've got some cardstock on top of it, and it's probably stuck on the back of the cardstock. Actually, that's not quite high enough, so let's just double pad that. So it was just on a bit of a weird angle. So there we go. So that's that one. And then let's just bring this one back. Let's see where we can put Just For You. I don't know if I'm going to use it. I think if I put it anywhere else, it's going to be... So we'll leave that one off. I'll just put it, maybe put it on the insert on the inside. Or, no, I'm not going to put it on the back of the card because that would be silly. Okay, but those are the two that I've made today. So just making sure that gem is in the right place, and that one is slightly bigger than the others, but I can live with it, it's fine. I am going to come back with this kit again, like I say, because you've got the different ones on each sheet. You've got the 6 and none of the cardstock particularly ties to one. You can use it for any of the sheets, which I like, but like I say, it's also a bit frightening because it means you have to sort of match things yourself, but they all go, so it's not hard. I am going to come back again, like I say. I don't know which one I might do next time. If you've got a suggestion, we've got the Sagittarius, Capricorn, which I think would look really nice on a half easel card. Aquarius, it's like mermaid-esque, that one, very pretty. We've got Gemini, Cancer and Taurus. Some more, is there some more? Should be 12. There we go. And then we have got Leo, Virgo, Libra and Scorpio. So if you've got a suggestion of which one you want me to use, just drop it in the comments below and I will do my best to accommodate. Obviously, if there's too many, I might not be able to do all of them. I might do a couple of videos on this. I really do like this kit. It's something a bit different. Before I move on to animal. It's on my desk here ready. Let's see what it's called. Animal Arcadia, which is super cute, and I can't wait to play with it, but I do want to do this kit justice as well. So that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Yeah, just leave comments below if you've got a particular one you want to see. And I will see you next time. Have a good couple of days. Happy crafting. Bye bye.